AudioCodes made a very nice VoIP Dolby conference room telephone called the RX50. It's been discontinued for a while, but they still work great and you can find them at discounted prices. AudioCodes sold these as Microsoft Teams ready phones, which is sometimes referred to as Skype for Business or Link on some menus and in some manuals or other documentation. These won't instantly work as SIP phones, but with a little hacking, they can work on SIP just fine. Here's the instructions on how to get an AudioCodes RX50 to specifically run on Vonage Business. Hacking this to work on RingCentral or some other carrier is hopefully just as easy. If your carrier has configuration files to provision AudioCodes phones, then only the first part of this video is needed. Just the part to change the phones into generic mode instead of Teams mode. Of course, you need a power source for these phones. They don't support DC power supplies, so you'll need PoE from somewhere. There isn't even a plug for a power on the unit, just an RJ45 for Ethernet and some HDMI connectors for optional external microphones. The status option can show you the base type of configuration. It's either Link for Microsoft Teams or it's generic, which is for all other SIP services. To switch over to generic from Link, or vice versa, you'll need to use SSH to run a command line on the phone. If you don't have a secure shell program, download and install PuTTY. On the phone, use the menu commands to see the phone's IP address. Access the phone's configuration in a web browser using the IP address. Make note of the phone's MAC address. Select the Management menu and the option Remote Management. Select SSH and enable it. Submit the changes. Log on to the phone with PuTTY. Run the shell command switch version sh. This will switch the phone from Link mode to generic mode or vice versa. The phone will reboot. Log into the administrative portal of the Vonage Business account. The Devices menu only supports phones sold by Vonage. You won't find AudioCodes here. Instead, add the device to an existing extension. Then you can pick the other type of phone. You will be shown a provisioning address, a username, and a password. This is the only time you will see it. Write it down or paste it into Notepad. Return to the phone's web configuration and select Quick Setup. Enable the SIP registrar. Then activate line 1 and set the account type to SIP account. Enter the host name of the registrar. Set the line 1 display name to be the extension number. Enter the SIP authorization code as both the user ID and the authentication username. Enter the password. Press Submit and wait a few minutes. The phone should provision and you should hear dial tone.